Hi, Brad Clark with Caribbean Dreams Landscapes. We're in North Scottsdale today at a 5-acre estate. It's a vacation house, and they have too many plants in the yard, so we're going to be taking out some of them. Their drip system is an old system that is splitting right now, and they're just basically chasing leaks everywhere. So we're going to be taking out all the drip lines and replacing them front and back. Also, we're going to be installing an LED light system around their swimming pool, probably adding some extra rock on the grounds. It's a little bit too thin. We'll probably be planting some more plants since we're taking out some, but we're going to try to put in some lower plants this time, because the landscaper before put in plants that all were just way too big. So we're going to try to terrace the yard to where it has small plants, and then going to the bigger plants in the back. So we'll go around in the back and take a look at it. Okay, why don't you come with me and we'll take a look at the yard, see what we find. Well, we've got some electrical that somebody did here. It's not to code. What they've done is they've ran what they call Romex just directly in the ground, which does not meet code. Romex is just for in the house, in the walls, in the attic. If you run electrical outside, it needs to be in a conduit. If it's PVC, it's 18 inches. If it's rigid, it's 6 inches. But it has to be in a conduit. If somebody hits this with a shovel and is wet out, they could be dead within a second. So it's really important. A lot of these plants out here don't require water, so we're only going to put water to the plants. Like this Texas sage needs water, not a lot, so we'll put small emitters on it. The mesquites, since they're mature, we don't need to put water on those. Fields don't need water after they're installed for a year or two. We've already refinished their waterfall here. It had quite a few cracks. It was leaking really bad. It was dropping the water in the pool about a foot a day, so that's too much. So we went ahead and fixed all the cracks and recolored everything and sealed it. All these plants that you see with the red on them are going to be taken out to thin it out. This is a sign of a drip system where people are chasing leaks. When the drip system gets old, it splits. Once it starts splitting, there's nothing you can do. You're just chasing leaks. So just get rid of it, put a whole new line in. You can see how they've got two couplers right here where somebody's been repairing it. This grass area has a metal edging border, so the grass doesn't grow into the planting area. This is a very inexpensive way to do a border, but it does rust over time, and it's a real hazard. If somebody steps on it, not only are they going to cut their feet, but could get blood poisoning. So here we got the guys starting to take out all the plants that we had marked with red. It's quite a project because we're trying to get all the roots out so we can replant in that area. Say hi, guys. Hello. This particular yard, I believe, has got some watering problems. I think it's actually getting too much water since they're growing mushrooms. And the grass has also got fungus. So we're going to need to address that as well. This customer has probably about 6,000 square feet of grass out here. She's also trying to cut back on her water bill, which on this property is about $600 a month on just water. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete part of this grass area right here. So we're going to redo all the border, get rid of all that metal edging that can cut your feet, and bring the concrete border around here in a nice design. The other place where she's losing water is right here at these valves. I don't know if you can see this, but water's just coming out in a solid stream. So we're going to replace these valves. Okay, let's take a look at the timer and see what it was set at. We're going to try to evaluate why the grass is in such poor shape. So let's see here. Looks like they've got twice as much water when it comes on. Being watered every day, which right now it should be about every other day. And it's being watered twice a day. 10:30 in the morning and 8:30 in the evening. So the way this should be is it should be first thing in the morning is the only time you want to water it. Never water it at night. It's not doing it any good. That's why we've got mushrooms growing out there. When you water it, it requires the photosynthesis, sunlight to make it grow. At night, you're not getting any of that, so there's no need to water anything at night. You want to let the grass dry out, so that's why you want to water it first thing in the morning. It gives it all day to dry out, so it's not damp at night. We've got two timers. This one right here is a 12-station timer that runs just the grass in the back and the front. This one over here is a 6-station, and that waters all the plants and the trees. These Renovation timers are, as far as I'm concerned, are the best residential timers you can have. If you've ever had a timer where it's very, very hard to understand it, get a Renovation. These things are very easy to understand. Very, very reliable. Okay, it's at the end of the first day, and we're just about ready to wrap it up. What we've done here is we did trench across here to put the drip line underneath it. We've taken the grass out in sections so we can put it back, watered it down. Should be fine. There's trenching along the back side right here. Got some of the main line already put in. Second phase we'll actually put the drip lines to the plants and the emitters. We've already taken out some of the plants right here to make room for some smaller plants. We're going to rehang this timer that fell off. We've already got some of the trenching done for the rest of the yard. So you can see the lines right here that we've got down. This all needs to be trenched out so the main line can be put in. Again, a lot of these plants are desert plants, so they don't need water. We're only going to take water to like these Texas sage plants right here. We've got palm trees out there that are going to be hooked up. But for the most part, most of these plants and trees don't need water. Oh, by the way, if you plant cactus, for the first 2 years, they do need water. After the 2-year period, cut them off completely, they're fine. They don't need any water after that. There's an island out here in the grass that had a bunch of really tall plants. And we've just taken them all out because when all these plants were back here, you couldn't see this part of the yard. So we've taken all this stuff out. We're going to plant some smaller plants in here. We're also going to be replacing this metal edging with the extruded curbing. That would be concrete. There's about 5 or 6 different shapes and about the same amount of colors that could be put in. That's looking pretty good. Got a lot of plants out of here today. It's a beautiful day.